Welcome back to the live. Let's do our makeup to go to the movies. And this is the day I've been waiting for such a long time. Because I really been yearning to see this movie. Now, if you guys don't know, The Quiet Place 2 came out, or The Quiet Place in general came out, I think, how long ago was it? How long ago was it that The Quiet Place came out? It was some time ago, I think. We're putting toner first, guys. I did my hair kinda already because I just want a little more cleanup today because I usually look like a total mess. I'm gonna let that dry. So today we're gonna go see freaking airplanes. We are already trying to find a new place to move out to because we're definitely not gonna stay here by the end of this year. It's just too much money, guys. We bit more than we can chew, and I admit it. You know, I haven't been helping out Kevin as much as I wish I would have. It's just things didn't play out as much as I thought they would have. Now, what are we gonna do about this? I was gonna ask my boyfriend to see if he could figure this thing out, because maybe he has stronger hands to fix this. I don't know if he can fix this. Like, it doesn't work unless we use a knife. Oh, I don't have the knife there anymore. I forgot. What am I gonna do about this? Gonna go to the trash then. It was so good, guys. Fuck, I don't know how to sharpen it because the moment I sharpen it, the thing it falls off. It doesn't let me. How am I gonna do this? I felt like those strings were important, and I didn't listen to my inner thought. Like, I think here, let me just scrape this part off, maybe. Like, trying to make it like a. Like that, I guess, a little by little. Cass says, hey Yuli. Betty Boo says, we hate living here. I'm just gonna say that. We hate living here. It's just the area is not the best, guys, to be honest. When we thought we could live here, it's just, it didn't look that bad from when we came to visit it. But I think when we got the appointment, it was around the time when everybody was at work or at home. So it looked perfect. There was a lot of parking. I was like, oh yeah, we can work with this, you know. And later us figuring out that no. And this thing, if the landlord would have told us from the beginning, oh, by the way, there's an airplane that's gonna pass by every 5 fucking minutes, we would have said automatically no. If she would have told us about the planes, we would have never moved here, guys. I'm gonna tell you that right now. No matter how nice the kitchen was, we would have never moved here. The time that we came to visit, it only lasted like 5 minutes top. We came in, look at the place, ask a few questions, and then we left. We were here for like 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes top. We didn't even hear an airplane, not even once. So I swear to you, like, if, not to you guys, but I swear, like, if we would have known about the airplanes, we would have never moved here. We probably would have taken the one in Hollywood, which is much better because we have 2 parking spots. The only downside with that one is that they didn't have a refrigerator. You know, it didn't have a refrigerator, so that's the other bad thing that apartment had. But the apartment was perfect. Nice space, living room. Room was very small, but the kitchen was moderate. Didn't have a freaking refrigerator, and I feel like refrigerators are so cheap nowadays. We should have just moved in there and just bought a refrigerator. I mean, we bought all this shit already. We bought a couch for $1,000. We bought a TV for $2,000. You know, it's like, the fuck. We should have just moved there. Like, we had regrets. We should have moved in that one, and that one was $1,800. So we would have saved a lot of money. I probably wouldn't even have to pay rent because if he could handle $2,100, I think $1,800 would have been that bad for him. But at the same time, I need to help him, you know. Right now, he's like, what's it called? Remodeling? No, he's updating. Updating, is that the word? He's trying to like do some updates to his car. So that's expensive, guys. So for a fact, I know I need to help him starting next month. I'm just trying to get back from everything that I just got hurt from, which is, first, my insurance went up. I had to renew my permit, which is $1,000 almost. There's another. Not even 5 minutes, guys. Like every 3 minutes. Not even a minute went by, and there's another fucking plane. I went to see A Quiet Place the other day. I was 5 out of 10 because I feel the story was kind of the same point as the first one. Okay, like 8 out of 10. It was well produced. Julie, I pay much less to rent in Texas, and you can rent a whole house. I know that my cousins live there. They tell me every day how cheap it is to live there. The only bad thing that they don't like is that it gets really, really hot over there, and it gets really, really cold over there. So they don't have seasonal weather like we do. So that's one of the reasons why I still love living in California. We just want to go into like more cheaper area, but with Central AC 116, damn, that's really good. Sub girly, hi Hannah Rose. It's okay. Why can't I? You can get a refrigerator with credit, right? That's what I was thinking. Watching from North Korea. Hello to North Korean people. Girl, I just joined the live stream and I didn't think you were that pretty. Really? I don't even feel I'm pretty today. I don't even think I'm that pretty, to be honest. I literally just woke up right now and I look at myself in the mirror and I say, "Fuck, girl, you ugly without makeup." I kid you not. I literally was staring at myself in this mirror right here, my long mirror, because I was putting my waist trainer right now. I have my waist trainer right now. I was putting my waist trainer. I was like, "Girl, you is ugly without makeup." But it's not saying because I don't love myself. It's just me kidding around. Don't you guys do that? Sometimes I look myself in the mirror and I just say the stupidest shit ever. But honestly, I do feel sometimes I just have like ugly moments, and I feel like really, really ugly. And kid you not, I'm on my period. So you guys, oh my god, por eso se siente así. I am in my period, so it's annoying. Yesterday I was so annoyed, guys, by everyone, and I know it. And I don't want to blame my period, but I think it is my period. I was so pissy yesterday, so pissy with everyone, guys, even the customers. Like, not saying that I treated them bad, but I was just so annoyed with everything. Trying to see if they're even. This is so hard to do. I'm trying to see how I can do this. How's everyone? What are you guys up to? So I am getting ready to go see The Quiet Place too. My boyfriend is outside already, but since the street cleaning has not passed by, he needs to wait in the car for like another 30 minutes. So that's the reason why he's still outside. Otherwise, he probably would have been into the house already. But yeah, guys, it's a little exciting to look for a new place, to be honest. We get to decide where to go now. Yeah, last night I started looking into new places because, kid you not, it took us 3 months to decide. 2 or 3 months. It's a long process to move out, and it's very stressful too. But the only thing that me and him are not stressing about right now is that we do have a security deposit. So we have maintained this place so good. Like, we haven't even done that many, like, because the landlord here is too like picky, but they don't let us like nail things to the wall. So we haven't even put anything to the wall. We nailed these two, but they're like so lightly nailed, and then everything else just we use little sticky notes. Oh, there goes my boyfriend. Little sticky notes, and that's what we've been doing. But it's just been annoying to live here for some reason. I love the place, guys. I love the space. Our unit is 900 square foot, so it's a big place. 900 is a lot. It's big. There goes my boyfriend. He's moving because the street cleaning is passing by now. This, honestly, it is very difficult. I'm gonna tell you a little something. And my boyfriend's not watching the live because he's driving, but it's a little sad to look for something smaller. I think we fucked up there because now we kind of feel like we're what's it called? Not demoting. What's the word? We're demoting. What's the word, guys? When you're like, there's a word for it. Demoting? No, not demoting. Like you're moving to something like less of a quality. What is that? Demoting? Downgrading. There you go. Thank you. I feel like we're downgrading. And honestly, I shouldn't speak because I'm not paying anything. So I'm biting my tongue to not feel that way because I have no right to, because I haven't been paying. I helped him maybe for the first 3 months. I helped him. I paid the majority. I paid basically the whole security deposit. So basically the deposit is mine. I paid the whole security deposit. I had savings. He didn't. So I put down all my savings, my security deposit, and also other stuff that I had. So deposit technically is mine. And then in the first month, so basically I paid the first month rent because they paid us for the deposit. Actually, no, it was a lot, guys. Damn, it was like $4,000. So I put my savings, and it's also a down payment. So it was like $4,000. So, but we're only getting 2,500 back because that was a down payment, the deposit. The other one was basically the first month's rent, 2,100. So I put like $4,000. I think he put only 1,000. I don't know how much he had. And then after that, he started taking care of the monthly rents. And then in the third month, he started to struggle because he had to pay, what was it? I don't know. I think he just started working at the airport, so he didn't have that much money. So then I gave $600 to the rent. And then not long after that, I think he needed more help, and I gave him 400. So I did give him the first 3 months. I think we did give out. I give the majority for the down payment. Obviously, comparing to what he has been paying almost 7 months, he already passed me. He paid way more. So I helped him the first 3 months. We've been here for 6 months. We're starting the 7th month. So he's been paying 3 months by himself. And that's a lot, guys. It's $2,000. So that's $6,000 that he's been putting already. And I pay 4,000. I guess we're kind of even. I pay 5,000, he pays 6,000, but still, he has the whole year still. And I'm definitely gonna try to help him. He can't afford it. He already told me, I can't afford it, babe. You have to help me. I don't know where I'm gonna pull it from. I'm gonna have to pull it out of my ass. I don't know where. But I gotta come up with 300 by the end of this month for him. And I'm really looking at loans, but I'm scared to get a loan. I think loans are just entrapments, and I really don't want to get a loan. But I'm also considering selling my Louis Vuitton. But the thing is, the Louis Vuitton, they take a lot of credit on the freaking apps. I don't know who's gonna want to buy my Louis Vuitton. I don't want to sell it, to be honest. It's the only Louis Vuitton I have. I feel sad even thinking about selling her, to be honest. So I don't even know what to think right now. But I think if you were to give me like 1 more month just to get back together, because I did give all my savings to get the Tesla. Now, if you guys saying, oh, the Tesla didn't charge you, we didn't get charged a down payment, but we had to get charged the fee for ordering, and also the taxes and the plates. All that together was like 1,000 and something, like almost 1,300. So I still had to pay something, and I did give all my savings for the little fees for the Tesla and the ordering. And he helped me pay off my Lexus, because my Lexus still had an owe I still owe $8,000 on the Lexus. But again, Lexus took care of it. The only thing they were charging us is for the fees for the damages, because the car, it was a lease, and the car was damaged because I was in an accident. So they did charge me around $1,300 for the Lexus, which I think still it was pretty cheap compared to what the body shop was trying to charge me for my Lexus, which is the reason why I never got to fix the Lexus, because it was just too expensive. And the paint was too expensive. It was pretty white, so it was very expensive. So I couldn't pay the damages for the Lexus. So I think it was cheaper to just turn it in. They charged us $1,300 just to turn it in, get off of the responsibility. They took the car in, and that was it. I was done with the Lexus. We went to Tesla. I didn't think ordering the Tesla was gonna be that problematic. It was easy. It's just the financing, trying to find the financing right choices. Eventually we decided to lease, because lease is way more cheaper than financing. Also, I think if you finance, they don't help you with the rebate. And when you lease, you do get a rebate of $750. So technically the car would have been almost $2,000 if I didn't have the rebate. But the rebate was $750. It got automatically deducted at the end when you paid. And I saved like $750. Also, I took all the premium stuff off my car. No white seats, no self-driving mode. I took everything off, and I saved more on that too. So all in all, the car is a good saving. I pay only $445 for a month for my Tesla. Amazing payments, but then my insurance went up by $150. Now, it's not too bad, to be honest. $150 is way better than paying $700 for Lexus and then paying $250 for insurance. I'm still saving. I'm still saving $200. But again, I had to renew my permit. So my permit fucked me up as well. My permit was almost $950, guys. You're asking yourself, what permit is she talking about? I'm not from here, guys. I have a permit to legally work here. Since I wasn't born here, I don't have like actual legit papers, so I have to apply for the Dream Act, which is basically a new. Obama was the one that approved this act, and basically what this, the Dream Act of child. Oh, I forgot what it stands for. Basically DACA, which is the Dream Act Child Arrival. And it's basically the kids that came into the USA when they were 3 or 4. Them coming here illegally, which is me, coming here illegally without us knowing, well aware of us coming here illegally because we're children. So when I got brought here 3 years old, 4 years old, they forgave us coming here legally because we were not aware of us committing a crime, I guess, coming here legally. So they forgave us that, and also they're helping us, the act help us to get a kind of like a basically, we get basically a social security, a permit, and the social security has a little stamp that says for work only. So we're legally able to be here and also to work here. So it helps us a lot. I've been renewing for almost, this is my 5th time renewing. So I've been giving the IRS almost $800 every 2 years just to be here. And can I get legit papers? Yes, if Kevin marries me. But honestly, marriage, like I said, marriage is a question right now with him. I don't know what's gonna happen with me and him, to be honest. So I never want to get married to someone if it's not out of love. And kid you not, my ex, which is the military guy, offered to marry me so I could get papers. I said no. One, because if I were to marry him, I had to live in those little houses that are next to the campings and the people that get deployed, and I don't want to live there. My cousin married a military guy, and she lives in one of those campings. Yes, you are fully taken care of. You don't have to pay rent. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to work yourself, and that's it. And you come every day and get into the gate in the camping, and you go to your little apartment, and that's it. I don't want that. I didn't want that. I felt like I was gonna be alone, be away from my family. First of all, I had to move to the state that he was in, and it was just too much. I started thinking way too much about it, and he wanted it because he said that if I were to marry him, he would have more benefits or something like that, he said. And I said no to that again. And then my first boyfriend, which is the one that was super toxic, also offered to marry me in Las Vegas because he wanted me to fix papers, because he was tired of me renewing, and it's just a lot of money. And he said, like, you're just throwing your money away. But I don't think I am, because it's giving me an opportunity to be here. And I said no. I don't want to be like married in Las Vegas by a freaking priest that can barely stand up. No, that's not what I wanted. I want a nice wedding. I want a nice wedding with my family. Not a big wedding, but like a nice one. I do want to wear a white dress. It's actually a dream of mine to actually have a nice wedding. Not a perfect wedding, because that's impossible, But I still wanted to have something special. So I said no to that. So I could have been having papers already if I would have said yes to either of those guys, but I would have not been happy because it wasn't out of love. It was just out of benefit. The military guy just wanted to get benefits for his own purpose or whatever. And, I would have been happy. I definitely would have not been happy. I definitely would have not been happy, guys. Let's read the comments. Let's see. I like your hair like that. Thank you, my love. Ella, I'm like that too. I get so annoyed. Downgrading. What happened to the apartment in Hollywood? So the reason why we didn't took that apartment is because It didn't have a refrigerator. At the time, we felt we couldn't afford a refrigerator, but we spent so much fucking buying more extra shit. It was irrelevant. We should have just got the apartment. So we said no because we couldn't. We were thinking, oh my god, refrigerators. It doesn't. We were trying to move to a place that had everything already. Other than that, the apartment was okay. The room was very tiny. The closet was the closet was small too, so I think it was space. Also because he knew I have a lot of shit. I have my vanity, guys, so I don't want to live in a small room with a bunch of like crowdedness. That's one of the things that makes me like, is crowdedness. And then I told him maybe I could put my vanity in the living room, but he doesn't want that either. He wants the living room to look like a living room as well. How much was security deposit? 1 month's rent worth of rent. Security deposit was 2,500. First month's rent was 2,100. So we pay a total of, the reason why it was 2,500 for deposit was because it was 2,100 plus $100 for something, I think, for application, and then 300 for the garage. So that was 2,500, and then 2,100 for first month's rent. So I don't know if you guys know this, but the government canceled landlords charging us deposit. I don't know if that's got approved yet, but I think starting since March, no landlord can charge you for deposit anymore. It's just first month rent, and that's it. So I appreciate that they did that for us, because it's been so expensive. So is your Tesla lease or own? It's a lease. It sucks cars don't have good resale value. They don't. If you lease your Tesla, you will not have a good resale value. So you're basically screwed. If you're going to buy a Tesla and then later on sell it, you will not be able to get a lot of money for it, unfortunately. Which is kind of weird because it's an EV. It's an EV car, and I feel like they're more upgraded than most cars. So I feel like there will be more, you know, in value, but they're not. So just look it up in the book. It's actually not worth that much. The places tags are so expensive when you get a car. It is. It's basically $1,000, guys. And also, if you drive a lot, if not, you're better off with a gas car. I do not drive a lot. I literally do 5,000 miles in 1 year. I only drive the car from here to work. But now that I live a little far out, I'm probably gonna spend 8,000 miles a year, which is not much still. My car is leased for 10,000 miles a year, which is more than enough. Is there a way for you to get a green card? Yes, if I get married. Or actually, if I apply on my own, but it's going to be very expensive. I don't have the money for that right now. I started out with immigrant visa via sibling to sibling petition through my aunt. That's a thing that we wanted to do, but I don't know how we get started on that. My parents look into it and they got denied. They say they need someone, a family member that's legally here but also has good earnings, which was kind of weird because my little brother's from here, and they said that we have a son that's from here, and the lawyer said you might be able to fix, but it's gonna take 10 years. So my mom and dad decided not to fix papers, also because they don't want to spend that much money on it either. The process started when my mom was 17 years old, or maybe your job can sponsor you. I don't think so. That's what the hospital did with my fellow Filipino coworkers and friends. I fixed my husband immigration status, and it was expensive as well, but so worth it. Now goal is to become a citizen. Honestly, that's good. Cause I'm a legal alien, if that makes sense. I'm a legal alien. I could travel anywhere within the USA. I can also travel out of the USA, but I have to have an actual what's it called, a form, and then I can leave. But maybe that have another one still for rent. Yeah, so we're looking into it. Unfortunately, the one that we wanted in Hollywood, it's not there anymore. It's done deal. It was also in a very good area. Let me say this, not to be like racist. I'm not, but it was in a white hood area. And why do I say white hood? We know white people are just more mellowed down. They're just quiet. They're not loud. And right here is the hood. Inglewood is the hood. Hollywood is kind of the hood, but we were in the side in the Hollywood city, I guess you would say. All the streets are clear. There's a lot of parking. If you guys don't know, us Hispanics just tend to own a bunch of cars, which for some reason we don't even use. And us Hispanics just have a bunch of cars. And I see that every day here. Like literally there will be a car there, and then they will block the freaking parking, because I remember that happened to me yesterday. I was in a park and this person blocks the parking emergency lights while the other car gets out of the garage, comes by, saves parking, the other one saves parking, and then their garage is free for their third car. So it's just too many Hispanics here, too many. Also, just too much going on. I don't want to sound bad, but it's just Whitehurt areas. It's just more mellowed down. They're quiet. There's more parking. That's the reason why I wanted to move there, but the room was too small. That's the reason. I became a citizen in 2017. I'm not considering applying for a dual citizenship, but maybe they have another one still for rent. My aunt's husband is an American, but that started everything for everybody. That's the thing. My little brother's from here, and we still can fix. Or maybe my parents went to a wrong lawyer. Maybe that's what I'm thinking. They went to the wrong person. But I forgot to put everything else in my face. Gotta put lotion. Actually, I'm kind of liking this moisturizer now. I'm actually kind of liking it. And I'm putting only 1 pump now because 1 pump was enough. Excuse me. I get really red. I've noticed my complexion changing so much ever since I started doing moisturizing and sunscreen. Coming from a girl that has extremely oily skin, I'm telling you right now, it's actually very important to do that. And then I let it dry for like 3 or 4 minutes. I don't right away put sunscreen because then that kind of like mixes it in and stuff. So I'm gonna let that settle in for like 5 minutes while we do our concealer. And then we'll put sunscreen, let that settle in while we do our eyeshadow. Our lawyer told us it's easier for a sibling to help. And I don't know. I need to ask my mom. Like, I never really looked into it, so I don't know. I don't have any information on that, to be honest. But my little brother's from here, so why did my parents get denied? That's what I want to know. And I was telling my mom, who's this lawyer? After the lawyer said that, after the lawyer said that, my mom never looked into it again. And I never did either, you know. I just know it's gonna be expensive and I don't have the money for that right now. But my mom has a lot of savings. And she even said she was willing to drop 5,000 if at least my dad can fix. But I think they lost motivation because my dad parents both passed away. My mom already had connection with her mother, but they had so much drama that my mom's mom, my grandma ended up going back to Mexico. Actually, I want to open up with you guys about what happened. I don't mind talking about it also because my mom does not watch my life, so that's the reason why I think I'm open about it. What happened to my grandma after we picked her up? Me and my boyfriend went to go pick up my grandma at Texas, and we drove all the way over there, guys. We drove all the way over there. It was literally 10 hours to get there and 10 hours to get back. Was it? Let me see. Oh my god, yeah, it was. Was it? Oh my god, yes, it was. Oh my god. I can't believe we did that. It was 10 hours to get there, 10 hours to get back. We left at... No, sorry, my bad. It was 10 hours just back and forth, right? 5 hours to get there, 5 hours to get back. There's no way we drove 20 hours. That was impossible. We drove 10 hours to get... 5 hours? Wait, what? Because what time did we get home? We left around 7... Kid you not, we drove 14 hours. Wait. Oh my god. There's no way we drove. Yep, we drove 10 hours. Oh my god, because we left at 7, we came back the next night. It was 24 hours. Holy shit. I'm just thinking about it. We drove 10 hours to go pick up my grandma at Texas. Yes. Correct me if I'm wrong. Look it up in the GPS. How long does it take to drive to Texas? Now, we didn't make it all the way to Texas because my aunt said that we were taking too long. She ended up meeting us a little more halfway in New Mexico. So we met a little over halfway in New Mexico, and we did drove 24 hours. It was 20 hours, yep. We drove 10 hours to get to my grandma, but it would have been 13 hours to get to actually Texas where my grandma lived. The reason why we went to go pick up my grandma was because my mom, she wanted to meet my grandma. You know, they haven't seen each other since 20 years, guys. So I wanted me to do something nice for my mom. After when I heard her having so many troubles, I heard her every single time she talks on the phone. I hear her problems, because she talks so loud. She'd be like, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do. Well, how are we gonna do this?" My grandma was just, she's older citizen now, like older senior citizen, sorry, and she just was so sad. "I'm gonna go back to Mexico. I need to go back to my country. I'm gonna go die over there. My grandma is just a little too much to handle." At least that's what I heard. I never met my grandma before, right? So my mom was having problems, like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" My mom off the phone, not with my aunt being present in the phone. She would tell my dad, like, "I want to meet my mom. I was trying to convince her to come over here, but nobody wants to bring her." And then I heard the conversation. I myself went into the room and I told my mom, "I'll go pick her up." And they never asked me to do this. I myself went and did it. Hey, babe. I myself went and did this myself. Okay, I decided to go all the way to Mexico to pick up my grandma. Okay, and in that moment, I had told Kevin, I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go pick up my grandma. I'm off the next 2 days, so I don't mind doing this for one day, 24 hours. I'll just rest somewhere, like sleep in my car. Maybe it'll be like a nice little trip to like a nice scenery." I was actually excited because, like, oh my God, it's like a little trip, like a scenery type of thing. Because I never left California, it's my first time. So I was excited. And then Kevin, I don't know, he worried for me. He's like, "No, you're gonna go by yourself at night. Like, what the hell? What if something happens? What if you don't come back?" So Kevin's like, "I'm gonna go with you." So then my boyfriend called off, I think, the next day, and he went with me. So me and Kevin didn't have to do this either. He went because of me, but at the same time, he wanted me not to be by myself. Now, Kevin didn't have to do all this. I didn't have to do all this. I went because I wanted to do this for my mom. Now, I never met my grandma. I don't know my grandma. I don't know my aunt. I met my aunt like one time, but that was it. So then, as we're driving there, kid you not, 5 hours in, guys, my aunt starts like texting me, calling me like crazy, like a lunatic. Like, "Where are you? Where are you?" I'm like, "What?" Like, well, we drove 5 hours. We're both very tired. We've never done this. Again, we've never done this. We're resting at a resting spot. We're gonna sleep for at least 4 hours or 3 hours. "Oh, okay, that's fine. You guys should rest up. Let me know when you're heading out, blah, blah, blah." Now, me and my boyfriend tried to sleep. We slept when we got there, like 2 hours maybe. But after that, I couldn't sleep anymore. I was just like so like not like feeling it. We're gonna do black, guys. It's a little dangerous, but we're gonna do it. And I was like, "You know what? Let's just keep driving." And we took the decision to keep driving, and we kept driving. And I texted her, "Hey, we're on our way. We are arriving Texas," something like that. I said, "We're at Texas." And I don't know what she understood in the text, that she thought we were already halfway in Texas. I don't know how you mistake me saying we're in Texas already. We just got here. We already finished leaving California, and we just stepped into not to Texas, sorry, to New Mexico. So I said, "We're in New Mexico. We just arrived at New Mexico." And we're driving, right? Now, me and my boyfriend switched. He drove a little bit halfway, so then we switched. He was tired. I said, "Babe, I'm wide awake. Go ahead and try to catch a nap. So then I started driving. I'm doing black because of the Quiet Place 1. It's going to be something creepy and scary, so I want to do black. Like a darkness. Anyway, so then I start driving, and she calls me again, or she texts me again when we switch again with Kevin. He's like, "Where are you? Stop lying to me. Why you keep lying to me?" I'm like, "What is she talking about?" Like, okay, I said we just arrived New Mexico. We're nowhere close where we're supposed to meet. We're still 4 hours away. Oh wow, 4 hours away. Anyways, she got really mad. She ended up calling my mom, saying that I'm a liar, that I keep that keep lying to her because we're not in the right spot, and that she's tired, she's exhausted, like when am I gonna get there? She said that she feels she's gonna crash because she's driving nonstop. I guess she didn't took a rest. Period. We stopped because no way I'm gonna get in an accident. I mean, yes, we love my grandma, but I'm not gonna get in an accident to get there. That's not gonna happen. Especially using my Lexus. I was trying to be very careful. So I told my mom. Then my mom, as always, guys, don't come for my mom, okay? Because I feel like last time when I talk about this, you guys were coming for my mom. Don't come for my mom. My mom is my mom. She's just her, okay? Now, my mom sided with my aunt. Ain't that a bitch? My mom. Okay. Now, my mom sided with my grandma, with my aunt, and sometimes family ain't family. Sometimes family ain't family. I feel the same way. There's a lot of people of the same race and we're in. Of course, being married to a resident citizen is easier, but sibling can help too. For you, girly. How is your diet going? Has it been a long time? It's going good so far. I'm starting to waist train again. I feel so comfortable. Last time I tried to waist train when I was like still not on a diet, I just felt so bad. Sometimes family ain't family. Yes. So kid you not, my mom calls me angry. Really? Okay, my mom calls me angry, right? Saying, "Where are you? Your aunt has been waiting." My mom, which is my grandma is my grandma. She says that my grandma was tired, her feet were hurting. That she says that I'm making this so difficult for her. I'm like, excuse me, how am I making this difficult? I've never done this before. And I told my mom, first of all, I offered to do this, okay, mom. I said that her in Spanish. Yo le dije en español, right? I'm telling you guys in English. I don't want to go back and forth in Spanish. I said, first of all, I offered to do this, right? Me and Kevin never done this. The reason why we're a little behind is because we had to stop and rest. We rested at our rest period for like 4 hours because we were tired. Okay, that's the reason why. This is another thing. Before I keep going, I told my mom, me and Kevin are leaving at 7 p.m. so we can get rest. Don't tell my aunt. I told my mom, don't tell my aunt. Let my aunt leave at midnight because my aunt was gonna leave at midnight, so we were gonna be in advance 5 hours because we wanted to like take a look at the scenery. We were gonna sleep. Before we left at 7, I told my mom we're leaving a little early. We're leaving at 7. Okay, okay, that's fine. And I told her, don't tell my aunt because we're trying to get ahead. My mom goes and tells my aunt that we're leaving at 7. My aunt gets ready in a hurry and she leaves at fucking 7 too. Not only that, she leaves earlier. She leaves like at 6:30 p.m. So obviously, she obviously didn't took a rest period. She's gonna be 4 hours ahead of me, 3 hours ahead of me, right? And later on, I told my mom, I was a little mad. Like, why did you tell her to leave earlier when I already had told you not to tell her? Because we were trying to be ahead so we can go ahead and rest. She said, well, she said she wanted to leave already, and da 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 da. I'm like, whatever. So I told her, okay, fine. I guess we're just gonna rest for 2 hours then. I wasn't that mad at the time. I was like, whatever. So we'll just make it work, right? And then we finally arrive. My aunt was so mean, and she says that I was mean and I didn't hug her. First of all, she was being a total, with respect, bitch through the phone and text, and then calling my mom saying that I'm being mean, that I'm lying because I'm not telling her the right ETA, estimate arrival, guys. By the way, if you guys don't know what that means, to get to New Mexico. And when I got there, honestly, the only person I wanted to just hug was just my grandma. I didn't want to talk to my aunt because honestly, she pissed me the fuck off. I should have hugged her. Maybe I said, hey, how are you? That's it. Something simple. I said, hola. Oh, abuelita. I hugged my grandma. And then I took my grandma and I said, I'm going to go. That's it. This lady, kid you not, I opened the trunk to get some blankets to put in the back seat of my Lexus so my grandma could lay down. Because kid you not, where my aunt had my grandma? My grandma, she was sitting in the front seat while her girlfriend, my aunt's girlfriend was laying in the background sleeping, while my grandma was sitting in the front seat with her knees all the way to the front because the lady in the back wasn't feeling good, her girlfriend, and she had to sleep in the back. And I asked my grandma, "Did you ever sleep in the back in this 10 hours that they drove you here?" She said no. Ah, your aunt, she's so inconsiderate. Then my grandma starts talking smack about my aunt, saying that she's inconsiderate because she didn't let her be like at the back. She was said she was sleepy and she wanted to lay in the back, and she didn't let her because her girlfriend wanted to sleep in the back. Then why the fuck did she came? The fuck? I'm sorry, but I don't know the girlfriend. I don't know her anything. And my aunt, she was just being totally like a bitch. And then finally, I was like, "Don't worry, grandma." I was being so nice to my grandma. My Kevin was being nice to my grandma. We were both being nice to her, just trying to take care of her. And we took two blankets out of our. We came prepared. We had two blankets, lay them down on the back seats. I said, "Grandma, the back seats are all yours. The 10 hours that we're gonna take to drive back, you could sleep, you could slip up, stand up or whatever. If you feel like going to use the restroom, let me know. I don't mind making as many stops as you need for you to go to the restroom. Just let me know." She's like, "Okay, mija, gracias, mija." Ay, qué cómodo. She was so comfortable. She's like, "Let me lay down." Like, "Yeah, lay down, grandma. Go ahead." We were there for like in the parking lot at like 10 minutes. Kid you not, I turned around. My aunt was gone. She fucking got in her car with her girlfriend, and they fucking left. This is going to be an important thing. Remember this. They left. We were there for 10 minutes. Still trying to accommodate my grandma into the back seats. About 10, 15 minutes later, we're ready to go and we start driving. I take a 5-hour energy drink and I told Kevin, "Let's do this. Let's do this without resting. Let's just let my grandma sleep in the back. We're not going to rest." And my brother's like, "All right, bet." So I drink my 5-hour energy. I feel energetic. I drive 5 hours there almost. Let's see. Yeah, I drive 4 hours there. We switch with Kevin. Kevin gets really tired at the end. He says, "Babe, I can't do it anymore. I'm falling asleep." I take over. So I drive way more than Kevin because he's just very, very tired. So at the end, I was like, I'm speeding, guys. I'm like at 100 miles an hour because there's like no cars. Like it was just road and road and road. My grandma doesn't even mind it. I told my grandma, "Grandma, I'm gonna be driving a little quick. Just let me know if I'm driving too fast. You get scared. Let me know." She's like, "No, I don't even feel like you're driving fast. It feels really nice in your car. Your car is very smooth and you don't make abrupt turns like your aunt. Your aunt was just going zoop, zoop, and I just hate the way your aunt drives." And I was like, "Okay, grandma, but just let me know. If I'm driving too quick, just let me know." And kid you not, we arrived there. Settle in my grandma, whatever's. Speed forwarding, like the next day, my aunt calls my mom saying that I was a total bitch. Okay, I wasn't a bitch, but she said that I was rude, that I was mean to her, that I didn't even give her a hug, that I didn't even greet her. And that is true. I didn't greet her. I didn't give her a hug. I was already mad at that point because she was being mean to me through text and through phone call. So I didn't greet her. I did say hello. That was it. I didn't hug her. I didn't say nothing to her. I hugged my grandma. I got my grandma and I got in the car. Now, another thing that she liked, she told my mom that I got there and that I didn't greet her, that I was so rude to her, and that I yanked my grandma. The fuck? I yanked my grandma out of her hands. The fuck? I don't know what the fuck is wrong. To this day, I don't want to talk to her. I'm sorry, but if you're gonna lie on me, just not gonna look good on you, sweetheart. And she said that I yanked my grandma out of her hands or whatever the fuck she told my mom. And she said that I left like this, like a bullet. She said I left like a bullet. Kevin, as my witness, knows that we were there settling my grandma in the back seats, and they fucking left first. Kevin as my witness, literally. Even my grandma as a witness. And guess who my mom believed? My aunt. She believed my aunt. She didn't believe me. Because obviously she keeps talking to my aunt right now. And to this day, I told my mom she's lying. And my mom does not believe me. I can tell in her face. She said, "Okay." She made it seem like she believes me, but she does not believe me. I can tell. That was the last time I ever do anything for anyone. I'm sorry, but I love my family so much. But if they're gonna be unappreciative like that, I'm not. I lost sleep. I lost my whole day's rest, my day off, because of that. Not only that, the next day on my day off, she told me to drive my grandma, which again I did it for my grandma, to drive her all around to get her all her necessities like clothes, stuff like that. I didn't mind it. But then to not even appreciate me. And then after that, she started using my grandma as an excuse, my mom. she started like, every time I get off of work, I'm so tired, just want to go home. Oh, when you get off work, your grandma needs this and your grandma needs that. Oh, when you get off work, your grandma needs to go here and your grandma needs to go here. Oh, when you get off work, when are you off? Because your grandma needs to go here and your grandma. Every single time. I never had a rest day, guys. And I don't want to be mean, but I'm so stressed at work. So I told Kevin, it was around that time that me and Kevin were kind of already thinking to move out. This literally happened last year, guys. Me and Kevin were already planning to move out. And I think one of the reasons that kind of pushed me to move out was not having peace at my own home. Every single time I would come in, oh, your grandma needs this, your grandma needs that. Every single time. Every single time. And I can only do so much, guys. I honestly can only do so much. And there came a time where I already have plans. I'm sorry. I had to say that. Oh, I'm going to go see Kevin. Oh, okay. And then slowly, my mom stopped doing it. And that's when me and Kevin started to look for a place to move out. But we were already planning to move out. We didn't even do it because of my grandma. We were already planning to move out. And then my grandma started spreading this rumor. Yes, now my grandma started to turn on me. Then my grandma, I gifted my grandma so many things. I gave her a Coach wristlet. I gave her a mini Coach bag. I gave her a Steve Madden bag. And I also gave her my Target tote bag, my brand new one that I never used. I gave it to her. She just took them. She took it. And then I had a bunch of jackets that I didn't wear anymore. I gave them all to her because she was a little smaller than me. And I gave them all to her, right? And then she accused me. Yes, guys, she accused me. There was one morning where I woke up from my bed, and don't throw shade into my grandma. My grandma's old, so that's her excuse that she's old. She probably doesn't remember. I don't know. So one day I wake up. She wakes me up actually every single day in the morning. She can never sleep. Remember, I live in the living room. My grandma was sleeping in the living room too, which was my brother's bed, and I was in my big bed. Every single morning at 5 in the morning, she will wake up. Every single day, 5 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 5 in the morning. And then she wouldn't let me sleep at night. She will stay up until midnight, 1 in the morning, because she said she couldn't sleep. She couldn't sleep. She will talk. And I was like, it's okay, Grandma. I never got mad at her at that. But I was exhausted, guys. I would wake up at 5 in the morning, like, ugh. And then she will wake me up. Can you turn on she wanted to cook something at 5 in the morning. I'll turn it off for her. Okay, that's fine. Every single day, I told Mom, I said, please, I said, just let her know that to wake up at least at 7, so a time that's reasonable. I didn't want to tell my grandma because I want to be mean, and I think she want to listen more like to my mom. Tell her to wake up at least at 7. 7 is more reasonable. 5 in the morning is too early. I need to sleep. I work. It came a point in my life where I started to cry because I couldn't sleep. And I was trying my best to not be like, tell my grandma, hey, don't do this, don't do that. I never once told my grandma nothing, ever. Never, ever, ever. Never told her, Grandma, don't do this, don't do that. Never did I. I sucked it up, guys. I sucked it up, and I was sleeping 4 or 5 hours almost every single day. Except on my days off, I was sleeping because I would sleep earlier. Or I'll take naps, Or I'll go out with Kevin, and then we'll take naps in the car at the park. So I was okay. And then came one time, she wakes me up like around, it wasn't that bad. It was like at 10 a.m. I actually slept in that day. She wakes me up around 10, says, Yuli, it's like, what, like, I need, like, can you let me borrow money? She says she wants money. I'm like, well, I don't carry cash, I said. And I said, oh, wait, I do have cash. And then I told her, okay, yeah, I think I have cash actually, because I took some money out here. Let me see. And I told her I only had $9. I had $5 and like 4 singles, right? And I gave them to her. Okay, I gave them to her like for free. She says, oh, because I'm gonna go to church and I want to give money, ofrenda, like I want to give money to, God, because when you go to church they ask for the ofrenda. And I was like, okay, that's fine, Grandma, no worries. So I gave her my $9. And then speed forward, another month came by, and it was my cousin's birthday or someone's birthday. I don't know whose birthday was in Texas. And she had money. She had $40. She told me, here, Yuli, like she gave me $40. And she said, can you, no, I'm sorry. What did she say? Can you send this money? Here, I gave you cash, and can you sell? Or that she didn't say sell, but she said, can you send money to Texas because it's your uncle's birthday. I don't know whose birthday. I think it was my uncle. It's your uncle's birthday. I want to give him money for his birthday. Here's the $40 cash. Send the $40 through Zelle. I send them. I took the $40. I send the $40 to my cousin and say, hey, this is from my uncle. This is from grandma. Make sure you let him know. He's like, all right, okay. Later on, my mom gets mad and say, how can you let her send money to your uncle? I already sent him money. I was like, well, she gave it to me. I just sent it to her. No, no, no. Noe, which is my cousin, is going to send you back the money. Give her back the $40. I'm like, okay. So Noe, my cousin, sends me back the $40 and I get the 220s. And kid you not, that day was my grandma's birthday. It was her birthday. This happened like a 2 or 3 days. It was my grandma's birthday. I think that day it was her birthday. Everybody was giving her money, and I made sure I gave her. I didn't have money at the time, so I gave her a Coach wristlet. I gave her a Coach wristlet. The Coach wristlet is like 150, guys. $150. They're expensive. She doesn't know that, right? So I gave her a Coach wristlet, and then later on, after I get the money, well, I'm at work, I get the money, $40 back from Noe. And my cousin says, hey, my mom said to give the money back to my grandma. She says that your mom already has sent the money, not to send the money again. I was like, okay, bet, that's fine. I never spent the 220s. I still have them in my bag. So I get the 220s and I tell my grandma, hey grandma, these are the 220s. My mom already has sent money, so she said to give you back the 220s that you sent. I was like, oh, what? Really? It's like, yeah. It's like, here's the $40. I'm giving them back to you. My mom said not to send them anymore. She's like, oh, okay. When she goes back to Mexico, speed forward. After that, I never had an issue with my grandma. You know, I move out. My grandma still lives in the living room with my brother now. My brother moves into my bed. So my big bed, I give it to my older brother. I move out. It's around January. I move out. I'm living with my boyfriend now. And my mom says that I stole from my grandma. She says that my grandma told my mom that I stole her money. That I owe her $40. What? What? How? How did this happen, guys? So now she says that I owe my grandma $40. I'm like, what? Excuse me. And then I explain my mom everything, and my mom actually believes me. She says, I actually believe you. And it's like, I think she does not remember or something. Or maybe she's like forgetting stuff. Like, I don't think so. I honestly don't think so. So then my brother calls me as I'm living here already, right? Then my brother calls me saying that this is not looking as good as I thought. That's why I don't like doing black, guys. And then my brother calls me saying that something happened to him too. Very weird, right? So my mom buys 3 lotions that are good for the skin, like to look beautiful. She buys 3 lotions. No, 2 lotions, sorry. She buys 2 lotions just to have as extra. My grandma says, oh, you have 2. Can I have 1? And my mom's like, I have 2. Fine, that's fine. She tells, okay, that's fine. She goes and gives the lotion to, she said, that's fine. You can have some. But my grandma took it. Oh, I'm going to take both of them. My grandma takes both of the lotion. She took both of them. Not even saying, oh, my daughter needs the other one. She doesn't even think. She takes both of them. And I'm going to fix this, guys. It looks really bad, huh? I'm going to put polka dots. Maybe it'll look better with polka dots. Okay. So then my grandma takes both of the lotions, and my mom's looking for the other ones. Like, hey, where is the other lotion? Like, the hell? Like, I bought 2. So then my mom sees the lotion in my grandma's bed. She's like, oh, here it is. So she takes it. Obviously, it's hers. So she takes the lotion. And then my grandma is looking for the other one. She says, where's the other lotion? Where's my grandma? Where's my other lotion? And kid you not, my brother's right there, right? In his bed. And she starts saying things to him. And then she starts insulting my brother. She tells my brother, oh, why did you took my lotion? Hold on, guys. She then tells my brother, why did you took my lotion? Why? you what's it called, you're useless. He starts insulting my brother, saying that he's lazy, he doesn't have a job, he said that's why he doesn't have a girlfriend. I don't know, so many things, like unnecessary comments. Like, oh, this one didn't come out that good. Like, super unnecessary comments. This one didn't come out that great, guys. I don't like it. Oh well, it's too bad, too bad, too bad, too bad. Leave it like that. So unnecessary comments starts telling my brother, like, oh, you know, that's why you're single, that's why you're lazy, because you have to steal from other people. Not only that, you stole from an old lady. Like, what's wrong with you? And I hope God forgives you because I'm not forgiving you. Like, a bunch of stuff. And my brother's like, oh my God, she's losing it. She's talking to herself. My brother not even once thought, oh, she's talking to me. So then later on, my brother says like, hey, grandma, something's wrong with grandma. Like, I told him something about a cream. Like, what is she talking about? I have the other cream. So then my mom tells my grandma, like, hey, why are you telling Gali, like, Gali's my brother, his name is Galindo, by the way, his name is Gali. Like, why are you telling Gali that he's doing this and that? He didn't stole the lotion. I have it. My mom said I have it. So then my what's it called, my grandma's like, oh no, I'm sorry. And then she starts apologizing. But I'm like, what in the fudge? And my brother's like, I don't know, but like, and then later on, my brother calls me again. They're both stressed, guys. My mom is losing more weight. My brother is looking more tired, fatigue. And like, what's wrong with you guys? What's going on? He's like, I just can't no more. Like, she's too much to handle. Like, my grandma. Like, what's going on? She cries every day. Like, we're hurting her. And then it becomes really bad, guys. She then, around 7 in the morning, I'm not quite sure of the time, but around 7 in the morning, my grandma, it's gone. She disappears. We don't know where she's at. And my mom is looking for her, and she's outside in the parking lot. She's crying. She's crying in front of all the neighbors, all everyone else there, and we're all trying to figure out. And there's Kevin. And everybody's trying to figure out, where is he? I mean, where is he? Because I saw him. Where is she? Like, where's my grandma? And my grandma's outside in the parking lot crying, guys. You smell good, babe. It's crying, it's crying, it's crying. Crying on the floor like if someone hit her, guys. Ah, like, what's going on? And my brother said that she was screaming so loud that people started to come out and asking her if she's okay. And she said, I want to go to Mexico. I want to go to Mexico. I don't want to be here anymore. They don't want me here anymore. I don't know who she was talking about. And then my mom becomes in a fight with my grandma. And that's when it starts, that day. My mom's like, I can't no more. I'm trying my best for her. I don't know why she doesn't like me. Like, my mom thinks it's her, like, her fault. She thinks like my grandma just doesn't like my mom. And then I intervene because obviously that's my mom right there, guys. No matter how much my mom treats me here, that's my mother. And I see that she's sick. She's getting like skinny. She's stressed. She says she doesn't sleep. That's when Yuli comes to intervene. Do not, and I'm saying I'm not gonna go against my grandma. I never did. But do not mess with my family, because that's when I intervene. And also my brother. You know, my brother's also sick. You know, he cannot afford to like be getting this stress. So out of one of my days off, I told my boyfriend, let's go visit my family because something's going on ever since I left. Even my mom said that when I was there, my grandma wasn't this bad. I smart talk, if that makes sense. When I talk to people, I talk to them smart. I don't talk to them stupid. I ask them, why are you acting like this, blah blah blah, in a respectful way. Okay, I've always been this way, and that's how I get people to kind of like think about their decisions most of the time. So then I come home and my grandma's right there, my mom is in the other side, and my mom was like, I come and give a hug to my mom, right? I give a hug to my mom first, obviously, and it's like, mom, what's going on? You know, like I told my mom separately. She's like, I don't want to talk about it. Nothing's going on, she said. Nothing's going on. Now, mind you, my mom didn't tell me to come in. My brother told me, like, please, like, this is too much. So then I go, right? And then I told my mom, I gave a hug to my mom, like, what's going on? She says nothing. My mom's like, nothing's going on. I don't know why you're here. My mom's like, whatever. So it's like, okay, but I see my mom. She looks tired. She has like dark ass circles. She looks sick. So then, let me read the comments. I haven't even been reading the comments, guys. Hi, is this alive? Yes. Moms sometimes cannot keep their mouths shut. LOL. Honestly. Oh my god, an angle has fallen from the sky. An angle? Hi, Yuli. Hi, when is your period due? You don't need makeup and you need plastic surgery. Oh my god, really? That hurts my feelings. And then my mom just stays quiet, and I go to my grandma. I go to her bed, you know, her little bed. Like, grandma, what's going on? It's like, nothing. Nothing's going on. Okay. Okay. And then I tell me how you feel. I told my grandma, tell me how you feel. I don't ask, like, hey, why did you do this? Why did you do that? Okay. Especially with elders. Okay, I came to visit you. Like, I kind of like, you know, kind of play it off. I came to visit you. I miss you. You know, I miss like sharing a living room with you. And I give her a hug, and she's like, "Oh, I miss you too. I don't talk to Gali that much, you know, because he's my brother's like, Gali's there, but he doesn't talk to me as much, and da 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 da." And it's like, okay, and it's like, okay, so how'd you been? You know, how'd you been? Let me know. And then she breaks. She starts crying, say like, I think your mom doesn't want me here anymore. And mind you, my mom, she's on in the kitchen. My mom is in the kitchen, so she's hearing everything, you know, obviously. My mom is not the type to stay quiet. She's not going to stay quiet, right? And then my mom interviews and she comes into the conversation. What are you talking about, mom? I never said I once didn't want you here. And then she starts to fight with her. And that's the problem with my mom. I love my mom so much. The problem with my mom, and I'm a full adult. I consider myself a full adult. I'm 32. My mom is a full adult. She's in her 50s. And no more water. Baby, can you bring me a water? Okay, I'm gonna die here then. What's it called? Sorry guys. I think I saw it in the wrong throat. So then my mom starts to get angry at my grandma. Thank you, baby. It starts getting angry at my grandma and starts screaming at her. She starts screaming at her. Not screaming at her, but like fighting. I'm like, mom, relax, relax. I'm talking to her. It's okay. Like, I just want to talk to her. Just wait for me over there. And then my mom starts crying. So then my mom thinks I'm siding with my grandma, right? Now, because, you know, I know how that feels because she always sides with my aunt, never sides with me. But I let her know, hey, I'm just here to listen to what's going on. I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to be on your side. I'm not here to be on her side. I'm here to know what's going on. So then I tell my mom, just, you know, relax, stay over there. And I'm just, let me talk to my grandma. So then my grandma says like, you know, it's just because of this and that. I don't remember exactly the conversation of what she said, but she just feels that she's a burden. She feels that she's a burden to my mom, and that she sees that my mom is getting sick, and that she knows that she can't control herself. She needs to wake up at 5 in the morning. She knows that my brother is getting irritated with her waking up this early, and among other things, blah, 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 blah. And I told then I finally tell my grandma, okay, I'm gonna tell you one thing. If my grandma did not want to take care of you, or my mom, and then I just kind of make her realize, if my mom did not want to take care of you, did not want you here, she would not send me to go pick you up from all the way from New Mexico. We all did this for a reason, because she wants you here. She wants to be with you, and she wants to spend time with you before you decide to go to Mexico. And I try to break it down for her, and then I look at me and I said, don't, then she starts talking, like, you know, she's kind of like my mom, starts talking over me, like, and I hold her hands, and I like hold her hands, like, listen to me. You are wanted. And I say, you are wanted. They want you to be here, but you need to be a little more self-aware. In Spanish, be considerate, right? You have to think of my mom, you have to think of my brother, and you have to think of my dad. They're all doing what they can for you. Something like that, in those lines. I don't remember a specific conversation. It was a long conversation, guys. Around those lines, then I call my mom. Mom, come over here. I'm like playing like Dr. Phil here or Oprah. And then I tell my mom, Mom, come over here. My mom's crying, like, Mom, come here. And I give my mom a hug. Don't cry. Don't cry. And I told my mom, like, this is how my grandma feels, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, how do you feel? It's like, oh, you know, Mom, you know, it's like, Grandma, I love you. Like, you know, like, I just want you to, like, tell me this and that, da, 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 da. And then my mom starts to fight with her like for a little bit because she says, "Oh, why did you tell my aunt?" This is another irrelevant thing. Like I didn't came here for talk about gossip. Like if she's talking about you with my aunt with something else, then that's another thing. I'm here for you guys to make up. Okay? I want you guys to hug each other. And then my mom starts laughing like, "Ay, no somos niños chiquitos, no somos niños chiquitos." In my mind, I don't tell them you guys are acting like them, but it's like, no, but you know, you guys have to hug each other. You know, she's here for only a little bit, right? And then she's gonna go to Mexico, so you have to appreciate her while she's here. And my mom's like, yeah, yeah. It's like starts hugging her, like, "Ay, estás loca, estás loca." But then they do make up and they start, you know, being together. And then after they're both hugging and you know they're back to, ouch. After they're back to talking to each other again, they're okay. And then that's when I feel better and then I leave. Okay, so then I'm the type of person that listens, guys. That's one of the good qualities that I have. I listen to people. When it comes to my own life, I make a lot of assumptions. That's definitely my downfall. But the only way for you to fix something is to talk. If you don't talk about it, then ¿cómo vas a arreglar las cosas? You know? And that's another thing that my mom lacks. My mom loves to talk over people. Loves to talk over people. And that's one of the reasons why it's difficult to talk to her sometimes. And also she's very petty. I love my mom so much, but she's very petty. Like if you do something bad to her, she kind of like does the same thing back. Oh, because you didn't do this. But this was when my grandma was here. After my grandma finally decides to go to Mexico and she says, I don't no longer want to be here anymore. I want to go to Mexico. And she left to Mexico. But she calls my mom every single day. Like they're so connected forever, obviously. Unfortunately, she did not want to stay. My mom did offer my grandma to stay here in the USA with her, but she did not want to stay. She said she wanted to be in her motherland, which is Mexico. And that's why she decided to leave. Look at the itch right here. And she decided to leave. And but after my grandma left, my mom started to improve. She looks more healthier, she looks better. And I think honestly she was very stressed with my grandma. She didn't want to admit it, if that makes sense. Like Spree C. But yeah, guys, that's basically what happened. So unfortunately, family's not always on your side, but problems happen, you know. And I wanted to tell this to you guys because a lot of you guys were asking, like, what happened to your grandma? What happened to your grandma? And I wanted to address it, and I'm more open about it now because you know she's gone, and my mom honestly never watches my videos except if I title it something tragic. She'll be worried about it. Like when I said I had a car accident and she watched the live, even though she didn't understand, she told my dad, "Hey, what's going on here?" And I guess what my dad understood, she said I crashed like a huge accident, but my dad didn't understand like most of the live. But he did end up calling me, "Hey, were you in an accident? What happened? I saw your live." But he didn't even understand what I was actually talking about. My pores are so bad here, guys. I don't know why. This side looks nice now, and this side looks bad. What the fuck? This is like a little breakish, and that's the reason because this powder and the other powder don't play well together. It's just kind of like a hit and miss with these ones sometimes. Now let's apply blush. I'm taking longer than I thought. It's 68 minutes. But I hope everybody is enjoying being here. And I hope everybody's having a beautiful day. Today is my day off. I'm trying not to think about work whatsoever because I just want to be happy. And right now I'm getting ready to go see a movie and just be happy, you know. I had like the weirdest dream ever. And I think it's because, you know, it's just everything that's going on. But I mean, we're trying our best here. You know, this is real life. And I do want to update you guys that we are going to move out of this place really soon. And this time I am going to do blogs on how we go look for apartments. Because there's times where we get the apartment to ourselves. And we can actually go inside and film. So This time we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna ask Kevin to film everything for me. Since he doesn't want to be in camera, I'm gonna ask him to be my filmer. Is that a word? Not my filmer, my director. Is that a word? Director? I'm doing the cross blush across my nose because I don't like this, so I'm just trying to do that right now. And I think it's looking a little cute, especially because this is like too heavy. ¿A dónde está el pinche bronzer? Aquí está. Bronzer. This is a bronzer. I was always wondering. This is contouring, but me, all the same thing, my loves. And then we're gonna add the bronzer here, underneath our cheekbone, to the top. Smashbox is really good, actually. The foundation, I actually do like it a lot. I just really need to get a lighter shade because this one is too dark for me. But I look bronzy, don't I? I don't want to bronze my forehead because I look dark as it is already. So I'm gonna leave my forehead alone. I'm just gonna bronze right here. I look really bronzy, but I like it that I look tanny and I look bright right here, so it's not too bad. Me mira como un poquito tanny. What's up? Wendy's cow. Babe, come here. I want to show you your picture to him. It's funny. Babe, I want to show you your profile picture to my boyfriend. Come here. You don't have to be on the camera. Look at her profile picture. It's me. It's funny. I like the profile picture. Thank you. You made me laugh. Look, I'm literally crying. I'm almost done, baby, okay? Did you check the times? You made my day with that picture, girl. Girl, where do I get eye diamonds? Eye diamonds? This is, if you're talking about these are paints. They're not eye diamonds. It's been a long time that I've done any eyeshadow underneath my eyes. I kind of want to do a shimmer, but not this one. I want to do like a nice shimmer in the middle. In the middle. I kind of want to do like a little figurita there. Should I do it, guys? I want to do like a little, like something. Maybe like a little heart. Let's see if I could do one. Let's try. Or like a little flower. Yeah, let's try. Because I don't like this little connection here. Let's do like a little flower here. It don't look like a flower, huh? Oh, bet. It came out cute. It came out cute. Let's just do one. Let's just do like a little cute, like onesies. All right. Nomás una chiquitita. Oh, I got a headache right now. No way. I had it from last time. I think you was live. Yeah, I saw it. I wanted to show my boyfriend though, because sometimes I tell him that and I feel like he doesn't believe me. Change it to one that looks cuter. Take this screenshot. Nah, just kidding. Your bag collection looks nice back there. Thank you. This is all I had left. I had way more bags, guys, but I had to get rid of them because I'm poor. Santa Claus in back. Why? It was my last year's Santa Claus, and I don't want to get rid of it. It's so cute. I think a lot of you guys know about him already. I think that's it for the makeup. Now I'll be outside all day, so I'm hella sweaty. Hella sweaty. Hella sweaty. I'm already creasing. I can't believe it. It's okay. Actually, we have to change bags, but I'm gonna do that in a separate video, and I'm upload it as content. Yeah, my loves. But Wendy's Cow Center 411, change my picture to something more cool. But thank you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love you guys so much. I'll let you guys know how the movie is. Have a beautiful day. If you guys are off, have a beautiful day off. If you guys are at work, I'm with you. Day will go by quick, and you'll be home before you know it. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you guys really soon in the next life. Bye, my loves.